Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video, and welcome to Moscow Center. Yes, I am literally in the center of Moscow. Today is Moscow City Day. It's actually held over 2 days, yesterday and today, and I'm here on the Sunday afternoon. I'm going to walk down the main street here, Sberbank Street, and we're going to check out some of the things going on. It's a very long street, so we're going to end up with a bit of a long video, but we'll see how it goes. I've actually started from Pushkinskaya Square, which is where the very famous McDonald's was, Kushka I Tochka, and we're going to head down Sberbank Street now. So I guess it's a bit reminiscent for me not to point this out right at the beginning here. They've got pretty serious security going on. They basically closed down all the streets around Sberbank Street here. And it's pretty simple though, it's just basically just passing through a bag check. And then this is Sberbank Street. Now, way off in the distance, it's very hard to make out, is the Kremlin and Red Square. And we're going to basically just slowly make our way down there and check out some of the activities along the way. I kind of started at one end, we'll kind of walk towards the other end, and we'll just sort of see what we can spot. Firstly, there is a ton of people here, let me just point that out. There is thousands, I would say even tens of thousands of people here. I mean, it's not a small event. I mean, to close off an 8-lane road in the center of Moscow is pretty intense. Yeah, let's check out some things going on. They've got these very cool build-outs here. This is kind of depicting the Moscow River here and some of the infrastructure on the river. So as we walk down the street a little bit further here, they've got these different activities set up, different musical performances, kind of acrobat street performers, all sorts of different things. There's some different food outlets as well. The actual shops all along the street here are open too, so you can basically wander in and out and shop as you wish, but essentially everything's kind of locked down from one end to the other. Just basically just for bag checking, make sure people aren't bringing anything in. There's some, what are these, maybe acrobats or gymnasts, I think. They're doing a bit of a performance here, and yeah, you can see the amount of people. Every time I'm walking to a different activity, there's like a crowd following me. There's one of the Moscow River patrol boats here as well, which is pretty cool. They basically brought in different kind of objects from the Moscow center, I guess, or Moscow region, to kind of just demonstrate things. And I guess one of the captains are right here, kind of pointing it out. It's kind of like a hovercraft version with a big kind of fan at the back. Check this thing out. And what's a Moscow event without a shashlik, without some chicken, some ribs right there, and there's little cafes kind of dotted around where you can order the food. The good thing with this event versus a lot of others, the prices for the food is very reasonable. They haven't kind of overpriced things like they might do at some events. There's some ballet dancers here, I guess. This is pretty cool. Check this out. All the ladies over here, and all the men right here. Yeah, I don't know what you think about ballet dancing. It's pretty, I mean, the amount of kind of aerobic ability these guys need. Oh, lady's coming right by me here. Oh, how nice is this? So these are the local theatre companies around Moscow that kind of come and perform these things. It's all kind of on like a volunteer basis, so it's very cool. All these beautiful ladies. So there's only a couple of days per year they literally close this main street here, and they have to close it a few days earlier to prepare all these huge stages that they build. And they've got different kind of concert performances throughout the 2 days. I'm here on the second day. It's a little bit easier to walk around today than yesterday. It's a little bit cooler as well. You can see it's not sunny today, so There's a bit of a concert going on here. You can see all the people. It's there's a lot more people than what the camera's kind of making out as you walk around. So we walk down Sberbank Street a little bit more here. This pink building right ahead of us is the Moscow mayor's offices right here. This is where Sobyanin has his office and all his administration. And obviously only appropriate he has his own kind of event right here in the whole street. It's incredibly well organized though, I must admit, for the amount of people that you see. It's so well organized. Everybody's sort of just being nice and polite with each other. You know, it's crowded, yes, but it's still very reasonable. This is the last stage we just walked by here. They've got kind of big video walls so you can kind of watch the performance anywhere as you walk around. This is pretty cool. They've got this big pool right here which depicts the Moscow River, and then this is Northern River Station just up on the right hand side there. And they've got these little boats running around, and then they've got kind of controllers that the kids can kind of use and drive the boats up and down at breakneck speeds. But there's a big swimming pool that they built right in the middle of the street. So I kind of think that the mayor has got the best performances right outside his house here, or his offices. He's put the ballet dancers right here. He's put himself one of the metro trains right outside his building. He's not messed around here. And have a look at this lady here. What are they going to do? Give her a bit of a throw. Oh! I was thinking this was like the Bolshoi Ballet, but they're more like cheerleaders. That's pretty cool. Nice. Have a wave to everybody. Wave to Sobyanin. Thank him for letting you perform. And oh, here he goes. Oh, and again. This guy's going to do back handsprings, no?
I know you from YouTube.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you go around and show like Russia, like after sanctions and like.
Yeah, the supermarkets and shopping centers.
Nice meeting you, man.
Wow, that's why. Yeah, it's traveling with Russell.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, you've seen the video.
Sure.
So it's really not every day you get to be up close with one of the Moscow Metro trains here, but they brought one of the carriages, I guess, or trains right here into the main street. It's very cool. And there's actually the guys here from the railway sort of talking about the operation of the trains and just pointing out some of the features of it. It's pretty cool because this is the newest, most modernist version of the current metro. And everyone's started standing for photos, but this guy right here is just sort of pointing out things that you may kind of not notice or recognize when you're kind of catching the metro every day. But it's pretty cool. Now, by a long way, the most popular thing about this is you can go up and sit in the cab with one of the operators here or drivers, but check out the line to get in there. Goes all the way along, keeps on going. Keeps on going. So it's probably like a 1 hour line to sit inside the train, but I guess it's kind of a once kind of ever thing that you might do. But they do actually have a really cool metro museum in Moscow where you can actually see one of these as well, and they've got a replica exactly like this. But there's a lot of people waiting to go inside. Now, I kind of wonder if these are really the workers of the Moscow Metro or not, but possibly they are, but either that or they've been really talked into it by their bosses to come and do some dancing. But you can actually go inside the train. I'm not sure everyone wants to go inside a metro when literally they all arrived here today by metro. It's kind of strange that everyone wants to go in and see them, but check this out. There's another lady here showing different cutaways of the different trains as well. So through the kind of history of the different metro trains, there's this kind of build out and cutaway, and then she's doing a little speech about it, which is pretty cool. So you can learn about them at the same time as sort of riding them every day. So that's pretty cool, and it's just a quick little 5-minute speech she's doing, but I think that's pretty cool. And for the kids here, to get them fit and to tire them out so they'll sleep well tonight, they've got some bicycles here. But the coolest thing is they've got video walls right here. So each bike is riding a different park around Moscow. So it's kind of, you've got a little sort of track that you've got to take, and then they set up via computer link, but it's pretty cool. It's like I've come across another dance performance, and they're, I guess, doing like dance-offs with each other. I'm not sure, but it's pretty cool. These guys are really getting down. Oh. This is really cool. They've got these different dance kind of troupes, and they're doing these different kind of dance-offs and performances. I'm not sure. All down the street here, so you can see where we've walked from off in the distance, and then right here these kind of different groups getting together. And then we go from dancing and having a bit of fun to some sort of classic modern rock here. Check this out. This huge stage they've got, and then all the people. I think that's the thing with coming to City Day in Moscow here. There's such a diverse kind of mix of music, events, different cultures kind of all coming together and basically showcasing Moscow and all the different activities that you can do living here or throughout the whole city. By the way, the anniversary of this event is 875 years. This is the 875th anniversary of Moscow. Now that's only 650 years more than Australia, so just to give you a bit of an idea about the how much they've done for this year. You know, it's kind of an anniversary year as such. We'll come across some more acrobats here, right in the main street. Check this out. This is very cool. Not too sure what they're depicting, but I guess it's kind of like breakdancing of some kind, but I'm not sure if it's like a native Russian dance they're doing. I don't think so, but still kind of fun. There's a big crowd as well gathering around for it, so I think they're just doing a bit of freestyle dancing. There's another dance group right here. They're not sure what they're doing. They're doing kind of very slow dancing, but they're also got the kids involved and everybody around them. So what I really want to show you is right behind me here. Now this is kind of neat because how many kind of street kind of events would you go to where they're demonstrating working on cars and kind of the automotive industry, I guess, and they've got the kids here kind of taking apart one of the engines. There's another young guy here taking the cylinder head off one of the cars. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm not sure in Australia would we have this kind of event like this where they kind of encourage the kids and younger people to get into the trades. And there's one further down where they're showing fixing car tires, punctures, and wheel balancing, but it's very neat. Oh, how to change a tire. Look, they're even teaching you how to do this as well. And these guys are doing all the demonstrations, but that's very neat. It's very interesting walking around and checking this out, the different performances. And it's kind of like just street art, I guess. And, you know, it's very impromptu, it kind of seems like when you walk around. But it's very interesting to see the different groups and they're kind of dressed up in different costumes and they're doing different kind of styles of dances. But it's very neat. And looking back up Sberbank Street here as well, it's this is a street that I would often visit when I come into Moscow center, and for them to close down the street and do these kind of events, I mean, this is kind of on a big scale. It's not, you know, easy for them to close down major roads in the center of Moscow like they've done here, and it's very neat. Everyone gets the chances to walk the streets, check out all the events, and there is a lot of people. So you can just see one of the corners of the Kremlin just ahead there, the red brick buildings, the spires kind of coming up. Yeah, we're kind of walking down towards the end of the street here. There's still a fair bit to see, but someone getting a nice selfie right here. And then looks like another dance troupe ahead of us. We'll check that out. And over here they've got a little masterclass going on. It's very 80s retro, these guys dressed up in their kind of leotards and leg warmers, and there's a few people on roller skates. It's very cool. Not sure how they know which dance to do. They must whisper to each other ahead of time. It's, or maybe follow the leader or something like that, I wonder. It's very fun though. There's like a bit of a pantomime going on here as well, but if only I knew Russian, I'd know what they're talking about, but I think it's something to do with the one guy with a beard over here, and they're cutting his beard. That's the best thing I can kind of figure out, but and they're asking everyone to cut his beard with the scissors. It's very fun. I'm sure it's got some sort of pantomime meaning. Oh, cut his beard off. Oh. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's sort of a classic Russian fairy tale, or I'm not sure. I'm fairly sure this guy's kind of famous, but I'm not too sure. But he's got a massive crowd for his concert right here.
Ты хочешь мести, ты хочешь жести, плохие вести. Мы будем вместе, как в такой красивой голове помещайся.
Seems to be a bit easier to watch it from right here, so we just swing around, and they got the live concert on the stage, which is essentially right behind us, all right? So you only need to walk a few steps, but I guess we can see him live and up close here. So you couldn't have a stranger mix. You go from pop stars to supercars. Check these out. These are some serious cars right here. And it looks like there's a kind of a little Q&A with the drivers here. Not sure the lady at the end there, she's just smiling away, but they're asking questions. And then on the back of the stage here is where the concert just is. There's another display just a little bit further down here where they've got robotics. Check this out. There's the kids here get to use the computers here, and it's doing robot drawings, I guess. All these millions of dollars spent on robotics, and they're doing like pencil drawings, but I guess it's sort of just showing the kind of technology here in Russia. There's another one just off in the distance there with blocks. This is kind of cool though. It's doing like a face. This is kind of fun. They've got robots right here, and then these human robots. Look at that, they're all copying. These dancing robots are doing different moves, and then the kids are all replicating it. How fun is that? And then right next to it, I don't think you can get any more contrasting with these kind of ballet dancers doing some different moves right here. It's kind of funny going from robots to the humans. I think that's the whole thing with City Day. It's sort of something for everybody here. You know, you can see the amount of people around. It's this is kind of later in the afternoon now as well, and there's still a crowd here. This little part here as we get right down towards Red Square is very cool because they've got these speakers playing with birds tweeting, and they brought in these huge trees and set up these different kind of floral arrangements, I guess. It's very cool. Just the birds tweeting away. You can see the Four Seasons Hotel off in the background there. But it's very neat. It's kind of like you're in a forest in the middle of Moscow center as you walk through with the birds tweeting away. Obviously there's no birds here, but it's still just an interesting feeling when you walk through the middle of Moscow. Look at that, all that walking around, we found someone singing in English. How fun. Way up high. Okay, I'm not going to spoil it with my singing, but not so big a crowd down this end, but still very nice. Now walking around this back end of the whole event, I guess it's not quite so busy. I mean, I'm not sure how many kids really want to see a combine harvester in the middle of Moscow, but pretty cool to see one up close though, and how big they are. And there's a few other, I guess these are kind of tractors of some kind. We've got some advertising here just pointing them out, letting you know which types they are, but it's pretty impressive. Oh, sorry. To see them sort of right here in the street, these huge tractors. Again, they've closed off about 4 or 5 kilometers of roads right here in the middle of Moscow. And then you'll see there the Four Seasons Hotel. And then just off in the distance is Red Square, Alexander Garden. And then there's a band playing right here. Look at that, how nice. One lady dancing away here to the band. Now I find this very fascinating here. There's a lot less people kind of this end of the streets here, but it's because it's a mining display. Yes, they've got some of the different mannequins here honoring the miners of Russia. There's a nice big statue right here as well, right with the Kremlin off in the background and the State Historical Museum, but kind of honoring miners that were, they're still present obviously in Russia. It's a huge part of the economy, and this one's kind of dedicated over here to coal mining. It's kind of neat. There's some very interested kind of people here. There's a guy doing a little speech and just talking about the industry. I just find this so cool. I mean, for me anyway. I mean, of course, everyone wants to see the pop stars and the concerts, but you know, to see an exhibit honoring coal mining, that's very kind of very Russia, I think, as well. I mean, I just like how they're so diverse when they do these kind of events. You know, showing all of Russia's kind of culture and heritage. There's another band playing right here. I mean, the kind of symbolism of this, I mean, this is the absolute main road here in Moscow. This is Sberbank Street. We've walked down pretty much the duration of the video right here. And this, any normal day of the week, you would be practically, it's a traffic jam permanently. These, especially this exact traffic light intersection here. There's Sberbank Street and then Ulitsa Hotny Ryad Street here, Hotny Ryad. There's a shopping centre which is kind of well known right underneath us where we're standing as this band plays away, and then we'll see just off in the distance again the State Historical Museum. Wow, I'm getting my words tangled. I've been talking too much and I'm listening to the music and having such a nice day today. Yeah, it's really kind of fun just to stand right here in the middle of the road here, because you would never be able to do this. You can't actually cross the street normally. There's only underpasses to get around here. This is the State Duma right here. This huge building, kind of like the Parliament buildings, I guess, in a way you'd call them. And then a Hotny Yard Street right in front of us here with the Four Seasons now. Still called the Four Seasons. I'm not sure what's happened to them leaving Russia and changing hands, but everyone's just wandering around, you know, doing their thing. Everyone's kind of going, you'll see some people with these white paper kind of headdresses on. They gave them out as we got out of the metro and the buses here, so you can see, it's a bit hard to tell, but there is probably about 1,000 police just here. They're kind of just like waiting for the end of the evening when everything kind of shuts down here to usher everybody off. And we see Sberbank Street right there. It's there's not just a couple of police here, there's a ton of them. But literally everybody's just doing about their thing today. There's no worries walking around. You know, there's not any problems, you know. Everyone's just family festival kind of mood, you know. And they've even set up a mini football stadium here. I mean, it's just for the little kids, but pretty cool. The kids can play some football in the middle of the street in Moscow. It's like 10 a side, I don't know. It's a very small pitch, but they're taking it very seriously. But yeah, it's very cool. And as we keep walking along a little bit further, another concert. This is like the 10th concert we've seen, I think. And they've just got these huge stages set up and then these kind of lights and camera pavilions. It's a pretty serious setup that they've got. And then kind of each concert's kind of a different theme or a different genre of music. So, not as many people at this one, but they seem pretty interested in it though. Now this kind of part of the street here may not interest everybody, but they've got a wrestling demonstration. Now there's a big crowd around this too, so check out all these people watching wrestling, Russian wrestling. I wonder if these two guys are well known or not, or some people really interested to watch this. But I think it's obviously just like for fun, but it's kind of taken pretty seriously here. So this isn't something you see every day in Moscow. They've built a pool right here in the main street, and they've got stand-up paddle boards. Check this out. And they're letting everyone have a go. They give you their life jacket, and these guys just paddle around. Oh, it's almost want to getting me to go on it. But it's just crazy. They've got this full-size swimming pool right here in the main street. And then these guys are letting you kind of paddle around freestyle. Check that out. Look at all the lights now, the building's coming on. Oh, is it going to fall? No. Getting a bit of balance and off they go. So as I walk right down the middle of Kuznetsky Most Street, it's kind of coming to the end of the evening now. They've got about another 2 more hours of activities. There's a brass band playing just off on the right here at the end of the pool. And all the lights of the buildings are starting to come on. Interestingly, the Bolshoi Theatre's lights aren't on tonight. I wonder if they're kind of just doing the opposite. Very much every night you would come here, the lights are on. And the night when the roads are all closed, the lights aren't on. So I wonder what they're doing. You can see Suma right there behind. And all the lights of the street here. Moscow's so nice at night when you walk around. It's these older buildings just light up. It's so nice. Okay everybody, we've come to the end of my walk around here in Moscow. I've actually done quite a lot of hours walking and not filming because I really wanted to check everything out, and the video would be very long if I'd have kind of put it all on film. So yeah, my feet are just starting to hurt now slowly as I walk towards the metro to go home. Hope you've liked coming to see Moscow City Day, 875 years celebration. Yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Maybe post a comment, let me know what you think. It's pretty interesting to be here. I mean, if you've never been here before, it's really kind of just the sheer kind of size of the event, the amount of people, the amount of structures I built, the concerts. It's really something to see, you know. So yeah, I'll see you all in another video. Bye everybody.